Hey everyone, this is Dr. Tamara Antonino, doctor, not MD doctor, but doctor of occupational therapy. I wanted to come on today because I wanted to talk about structure and independence. Was just an impromptu thing. It came to my head, and I said, I think I need to get out there and talk to people about this stuff. So, if you're logging on and you're seeing me, I am on Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube right now. Skills to Thrive OT. Follow our channel on Facebook and Instagram. And then also on YouTube channel is Skills to Thrive OTR. So I want to talk to you about structure and independence and who I am. I am an occupational therapist, been an occupational therapist since 2010. I am a mother of three. I have one bonus daughter, children, two other daughters, sorry. So I have 28-year-old, 21-year-old, and a 4-year-old. And I have been a teacher. I used to be a teacher, high school science teacher, loved it. Kids loved me. Administration did not. They didn't like my teaching style. Uh, They wanted me to lecture and test, and that is not my style. I'm a hands-on, get in there and get your attention, and that's not going to work with some of my kids that I had at that time. Worked at summer camps, daycares. I have been around kids for quite some time now. So I want to talk about again structure and how it helps. So this came about because today my daughter had a dentist appointment. So my daughter is 4 years old, took her to the dentist, and she said, Mom, her teeth look great. And she's like, Are you brushing her teeth? I said, No, she brushes her own teeth. And I said, And she flosses. She said, Wow, like that is really good. Like most kids at this age are not. And she was like, She really didn't even have any plaque. Yes, we do go every 6 months for our normal checkup. She's like, She didn't even really have any plaque or anything built up. Like you're teaching her, very well. And she said, Well, and we started talking about some other stuff and everything. And then she said, Well, how do you handle when you have parents who kind of they get exhausted and they're worn out and the kid is just kind of fighting against everything? And so my comment to that was we have to get structure in the lives. If a parent can get structure into the child's life and into their life, it makes things easier down the road. So you got to put in the work ahead of time in order to get relief down the road. Meaning, when you are trying to build the structure and everything, let's say, for example, my 4-year-old, she has her bedtime routine, 8 o'clock, we start, she jumps on a trampoline for about 5 minutes, calms her nerves. Then we go in, she's starting to learn how to read. So she'll read to me 2 books, I read to her 2 books, and then the 21-year-old is out in college, so she FaceTimes her, they do their whole handshake, talk about their day. Then she goes to bed, she goes to sleep. That is our bedtime routine. I did not wake up one day and say, This is my bedtime routine, and she was like, Oh, okay, we're going to do it. No, it did not happen like that. There was some pushback. But as a parent, you got to be okay with they're going to cry, they're going to be upset, and you push through it. Now, if it's after 8 and it's 9 o'clock, let's say we're out of town or something, she's asking, Is it bedtime? Because she knows she's gotten into this routine. And that's what the structure is. And she knows what to expect. Okay, it's bedtime. So I jump on a trampoline and I get to read 2 books. And my mommy reads 2 books. And then I get to talk to my sister. This becomes their routine. So she even has a morning routine. And her morning routine is when she wakes up, whether it's the weekend and if it's not the weekend, when she wakes up, she has an expectation. She puts on her clothes, so her clothes are at a level that she can reach them, and she gets to pick what she wants to wear. She knows with school uniform that she has to wear school uniform. If it's not, then she can wear regular clothes. So she picks out her clothes. After she gets dressed, she brushes her teeth, she makes her bed. Yes, she's 4 years old, and yes, she knows this is the structure. Once she finishes this, then she can come downstairs and she can have breakfast. And so the other day, she came downstairs, she hadn't done any of her stuff, and she said, Well, Mom, I want to have breakfast, so let me go upstairs and get dressed. And so she knows in order for her to have her breakfast, she's going to have to go upstairs and do all the stuff that she's supposed to do. Did this happen with me one day saying this is what we're going to do and she agreed to it? No, it did not. We had to have times of crying and I'm hungry and I just got to eat right now. She's not going to die of starvation. She's not going to get ill if she doesn't eat right that second. She knew, and so I had to stand my ground, set the boundaries, go ahead and set the boundaries. This is what it is. And the consequence is if you do not do what you're supposed to do, it's going to take longer before it's time for you to eat. So she understands. So there's two things to get the structure going. You got to set the boundaries and have the expectation so they can know what's going to happen. And it becomes a habit. And my husband was like, but it's Saturday. You should. I said, no, she needs to do this every single day till it becomes a habit. So now, even if we're going to have to go somewhere, she knows the routine. Like, I have to do this, this, and this to start my day. So now it makes it easier for me when it's time to get up in the morning. Make sure I go wake her up. I don't make her wake herself up by herself. I go wake her up, give her morning hug, say good morning, and then she starts her routine. And then guess what I get to do? I get to go downstairs. I can finish getting dressed. I can make my bread. I can brush my teeth. Now I can make her lunch, make her breakfast, and that frees me up. That frees up and takes a load of stress off of me. Parents, we are stressed out. We got to do what we can to take some of this stress off of us. And so this will help the independence. Now my daughter is independent with her dressing. She also can bathe herself. So her nighttime routine, the structure makes them independent, and it helps you in the long run. It takes a load off of you. So with this being said, skills2thrive.com Thrive Tribe membership. So what that is you can come on and log into our portal. You can ask questions, get answers from an OT who has lived it, is living it, and understands the foundational part of developmental and structure as well with the kids. This is what I do. So get that. We have hot seat. The membership, if you do, there's two sections you can go to that's free. You could do that. And then there's another section where it goes a little bit deeper and a little bit more specific. It's $35 a month. And then once a month, we have a group session where you can ask your questions and get answers right then and there instead of either trying to look up Google and getting stressed out because Google will tell you something that doesn't make any sense. Or if you are worried, want to reach out to your doctor, a lot of times if they're not sick, then it's going to be an extremely long wait to get the answers or get the information that you need. I know with my doctor, she's a phenomenal doctor. Well, she's a nurse practitioner, phenomenal. But if they're not sick, if they're sick, then you have to call that day to get an appointment to come in. And then outside of that you have to schedule like their annual checkup or, so it can be a long time. By that time, you have stressed yourself out to the max. So again, it is skills with the S, SKILS, to thriveot.com, Thrive Tribe membership. Or you could just go on our website. I believe I've had added on there. So just go on our website to see, check it out. Check it out. So that's all I wanted to do. Just get on here. Like I said, it was an impromptu thing. I thought parents need to know about structure and how it can help and take a load off of them. But understand, structure does not happen overnight. So you guys have a wonderful day out there. I'll see you next time.